Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get started. And let me bring myself into the spotlight so that everybody get to see me. Great. So hello, everybody. Can I see you all waving your hand and saying hello to me? Welcome to this session. Are you all excited to be here? That's really awesome. Good to see you all. Let me start the session by thanking each one of you. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy life for your own life. Let me say that again. Everybody, thank you for taking some time from your busy life for your own life. You know why I said that statement? Because all of us are very awesome people. How many of you agree with me? You're so awesome that you'll have time for everything in your life other than your own self. Everybody in your life other than your own self. How many of you agree with me on that? Because we are the people who are available for everybody other than for our own self. And today's session is all about you. And that's why, before we begin, I want you to give you a couple of instructions. Instruction number one, please make sure you are keeping away from all the distractions, all the notifications. The couple of hours which you're going to spend here with me, I want you to please focus on your signature and your own self, nothing else. This couple of hours, give it to yourself. Number two, identify your learning corner so that nobody else is going to disturb you. And number three, please focus on yourself and your signature. You're also welcome to look into the signature of your family and your friends if you have it with you right now. But don't get on to collecting handwriting samples or signatures currently right now. So this is how it's going to be. And yeah, I'm going to introduce myself. I'll tell you more. Hi, Nikhil, and everybody who's saying hello to me. I also have some of my students. We have Maya, I have Ayushi. We also have Bhartiji who are connected with me. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate for taking some time and being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great. How many of you agree with me? One of the best ways to participate is to keeping your video on. How many of you agree with me on that? You like to keep your video on? Because when you keep your video on, you tend to bring in more accountability towards your participation. How many of you agree with me on that? And the reason why I'm asking you to keep your video on is because some of you will get a chance to get your signature validated by me during this session. And I want to do it for people who are going to keep the video on. Otherwise, no. Because if you're committed and if you're going to play this game wholeheartedly, I'm willing to do that for myself. So I want to acknowledge you for keeping your video on. I also respect some of you might be traveling. Some of you had that network challenge. Some of you have all the possible reasons the universe could give you. But the universe also has an opportunity for you. The thing is, you will get the validation of your signature if you're going to keep your video on. I don't promise to do it for everybody, but if possible, I'm going to pick up some of the samples and I'm going to talk to you because I want you to really understand this science on a deeper level, on a very, very practical level. Are you ready for it? Yep. Hi, Harshit. How are you doing today? Harshit, this program is for 16 years and above. So let me validate that also. This is not for kids. And you have to be at least 16 years of an age. Interestingly, I have a lot of kids connecting. I really appreciate they want to get your signature fixed as early as possible. Thank you, everybody, for keeping the video on. I'm going to give you 1 more minute. So go ahead, fix yourself up. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Singh, I can see that. I can see your signature. Thank you for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. 1 more minute and I'm going to get started, and no stopping after we get started, because today we have so much to share with you and we have very little time, and I want you to get the best out of your time here with me. So 1 more minute before you see yourself on your screen and being ready. I understand, Hemant. I understand. Go ahead. Go ahead. Great. So let's do this right now. Great. So we have started the session, and everybody, welcome. My name is Imran Baig. I belong to a very beautiful city called Bangalore. It is in the state of Karnataka, which is one of the south states of India. And today we're going to be focusing more on your signature and handwriting. And before I get on to talking about your signature and handwriting, how many of you here have this important question in your mind? Imran, you are conducting a program on signature and handwriting. My question is, who signs nowadays and who writes nowadays? How many of you had this question when you saw my advertisement, when you saw my invitation and saying that, Imran, you're going to talk about handwriting and signature, which is like gone, done and dusted, and you're talking about handwriting. How many of you had this question? Yes, Imran, I had this question. Can I see your hands going up and saying yes to me? Yeah. So let me start with this. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you agree or not, whether you accept it or not, handwriting and your signature are a very big part of your life and your presence. Are you all with me? How many of you here agree with me? When you have to transfer property worth rupees crores from one person to the another person, all it requires is your signature. How many of you agree with me? Give me a big yes if you agree with me on that. Can you see that? It's so important and valuable. And by the way, you are identified by your own signature. Apart from your photograph on your passport, on your driving license, you are identified by your signature. How many of you agree with me on that? And how many of you also agree with me? One signature in the wrong place can also put you into lifetime of trouble. How many of you agree with me on that? So if you're sitting there and wondering, Imran, is it signature and handwriting really relevant? I gave away a lot of information to you, but I also like to tell you about your handwriting. We belong to a very beautiful country where examination is part of our existence. Starting from an entrance exam to a school, the primary school, even to the most highest level of competitive exam, you required to write. How many of you agree with me on that? And you know what? No matter how intelligent you are here, if you don't know how to bring that intelligence onto the paper, you're not intelligent. How many of you agree with me on that? So what is important for you to really understand is that your handwriting and signature is important, provided you really look at it that way. And I also want you to consider another important thing. Today's session is going to be focused more on handwriting and your signature, but more on the signature part. And how many of you agree with me? Your handwriting keeps changing. Imran, every time I write differently. If I write in the morning, my handwriting is different. If I write in the evening, my handwriting is different. It also depends upon my mood. It also depends upon the state of mind I am in. How many of you agree with me on that? Now, the question is, Imran, if my handwriting is keeping on changing, what is the right way? And, how do I evaluate? I want to tell you something. Congratulations. If your handwriting is changing, you're normal. Are you with me? The problem is if your handwriting is not changing, because you are changing as a person. How many of you agree with me? You have evolved as a person, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We have evolved ongoingly. How many of you agree with me on that? Because your handwriting, the way you used to write in the school, is way different than the way you wrote in high school, and way different than what you wrote in your professional programs and in your career right now. How many of you agree with me on that? But one interesting thing I want to bring to your notice is that how many of you agree with me? You made one signature when you were 16 years old, maybe 18-year-old, in the spur of the moment, the teacher came to your classroom and she said, in the hall ticket, you need to sign. So you signed it. And somehow that became concrete part of your existence. And some of you are still using the signature which you created in that age of yours. How many of you have that background that, Imran, I did that? And you know what? Interestingly, your signature naturally wanted to evolve, but you did not allow it to happen. You safeguarded the signature. यार चेंज हो जाएगा तो बैंक में दिक्कत हो सकती है, चेंज हो जाएगा तो परेशानी हो सकती है. So you made a conscious effort to safeguard the old signature, not allowing it to change. How many of you have this background? Come on, everybody, show me some answers on the chat box. Yes, Imran, I am with you on this. It's me, my story. You're talking about it. Yeah, Shanaz, if you have two different signatures, I'm going to also talk about you. Very interesting people we are. Yeah, some of you change your signature after marriage. Okay, we're also going to talk about that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you for keeping your video on. As I assured you, all of you who are going to keep your video on, some of you are going to get selected to get your signature decoded by me. I had opened up my WhatsApp group for a few minutes so that you can all share your signatures, and I got a couple of them. I'll definitely start from there. But I want to tell you, this is how the session is going to be. I want you to be highly interactive with me, participate with me, and you'll also get a chance to interact with me and ask me questions. So my only request is to be patient and be with me. So let's begin. Are you ready for it? Give me a big yes if you're ready for it. So let's start with the first important aspect of your signature and your handwriting. Now, if you're sitting there and thinking, Imran, signature se koi zyada importance nahi hai because I hardly sign nowadays and I don't even remember when was the last time I signed. And you know what? That is the problem I want to address. If you're not been writing your name, if you're not been signing your name, look at the way you are connecting yourself to a very important activity, which is a sync between your mind and your body. Say this word, everybody. Come on, everybody. The mind and your body. And your handwriting is the basic, beautiful sync between those two. And if you've not been signing enough, that means you're actually missing out on this beautiful sync between the mind and the body. And today's session, I want you to go back home with three important things. One, first, understand what your signature is communicating on your behalf. Number two, understand how your signature has become the roadblock to your own success. Number three, an opportunity for you to understand and then make the change. This session is not about making change in your signature. Let me clarify that. If you're sitting there and waiting for me to tell you, do these changes in your signature, this is what is going to happen. No, this session is not for you. I'm sorry, you're going to be disappointed. You know why? Because for me, change is a very holy thing. It's a divine thing. It's a very sacred thing. Because what comes before the change is understanding. How many of you agree with me? What comes before the change is understanding what to change. Because sometimes in the name of changing, sometimes we end up changing what is working for us. And I have seen that many people doing this mistake. So today, I am going to invite you to consider having a deeper insight and understanding before you press any button and say, yes, I want to change this. Are you with me? Great. So if you're sitting there and still wondering, Imran, handwriting really has so much of power. Does it really speak so much about me? So let me start with a very important conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention on the screen right now. Your handwriting and your signature is coming from your mind. Even if you have to move your fingers like this, the brain has to send signals, otherwise the hand is not going to move. So every letter which you write, all of us have the blueprint already stored in your mind. And that's how the handwriting is actually coming onto the paper. Now, the question you must be asking me is, Imran, if the handwriting is actually the mind writing, then why do we call it as handwriting? Because majority of the population uses hand as a medium to write. That's why it's called handwriting. But I'm sure you must have come across a lot of people in your life who can write without even having hands. Have you heard about people who can write with their mouth? Have you heard about people who can write with their toes? And that means to say that it is not the hand which is actually writing. It is actually the blueprint is here in your mind, and the hand becomes just a medium of writing. How many of you got present to this power right now? So this is what the entire essence of today's session is. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you more about your signature and your handwriting. If you're still sitting there and thinking, Imran, handwriting, decoding, and then information, how it has an influence on my life. So let me tell you about this. Here is a huge validation about how your signature makes sense, how your handwriting is relevant. So let's get on to doing it. All of you, look at on your screen right now. What you see is called as ECG. And all the doctors know there, and even the individuals knows there, that these are the lines on the paper. And by the way, how many of you can decode a ECG? You look at the ECG and you know what this ECG is communicating about the person's health. How many of you can do it? Not everybody. You know why? Only a doctor, a trained medical professional can do it. But how many of you agree with me? ECG is nothing but the lines on the paper, right? So if those lines have information about your heart, health of your heart, then I think handwriting also has a point to make, right? Because handwriting is also nothing but the lines. If you still don't align with me, let me give you an insight. This is called as Richter scale. You know, this is an instrument which is used in identifying the intensity of an earthquake. So if these lines can communicate about the intensity of the earthquake, I'm sure the lines in your signature has a deeper meaning to it. Are you with me? How many of you are investing in stock market? You know, look at this. All these are nothing but lines. But for some people, it's a matter of billions of rupees and millions of rupees because each line identifies this. The letters you write is a combination of lines that is called as a strokes. And as a handwriting analyst, this is what we do. How many of you are really now being present? Yes, Imran, this matters. Come on, everybody, type in on the chat box and write, it matters. It matters. So I gave you enough technical background. I gave you enough logical understanding about how this is relevant and how this is important. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you multiple interpretations of a signature. I want you to look into your signature and tell me, do you actually write like this? And if yes, this is what we are talking about you. And this session is not about telling you this is equal to this. I'm going to tell you this equal to this and also that. So we're going to understand on a holistic approach towards your own self, looking at your signature. Are you ready for it? So everybody, if you're ready, show me your signature. Come on, everybody. Yes, Imran, we are ready. Show me your signature. Come on, everybody. Show me your signature. Show me your signature. Come on, everybody. Ready? Because the idea is you will be analyzing your own signature today. You are going to be identifying every single thing about your signature. And by the way, thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Shamla ji and everybody. I see some of you are Jasleen Kaurji. Thank you. Singh Saab, Dipti there. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? Congratulations. You're about to analyze your first ever handwriting and your first ever signature. And let's do this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look into your signature. Your signature has two parts to it. Everybody give me two. Everybody give me two. So there are two parts to your signature. One is your first name. And second one is your surname. And interestingly, some of us have a surname and some of us don't write your surname. You just write your name. And some of you just write your surname and not your actual name. Are you all with me? Sajjad Saab, don't worry. We will decode all the angles and curves in your handwriting. Yeah. So let me make it easy for you to understand. So ladies and gentlemen, get on my screen right now. I'm showing you what is important. Are you all with me? Now, this is what it is. So I have my first name. So this is my first name. And then this is my surname. So this is the first name and this is the surname. Now the challenge is some of you have only your first name. You don't have your surname in your signature. And some of you only have your surname, not your name in your signature. So this is category A and this is category B. So come on, everybody, on the chat box, tell me which category do you belong to, where you just write your name. So that means first name you're writing. This is A. And if you're writing only your surname, this is B. But if you're writing both the names, you don't belong to this category. We're not talking about you right now. Yeah. So those of you only write A, let's talk about them. So look into your handwriting. You might have your friends, you might have your family members. Now the decoding, what we're going to do is the first signature is of a person who is just writing his name and you're not adding any other element to your name. This is about you. Are you ready for it? Give me a big yes if you're ready for it. Come on, everybody, put both the hands up. This is called big S. Come on, everybody. Yeah, participate with me physically also. Yeah, using your body language. So now what we're going to do right now is I'm going to tell you what does it mean. Congratulations, people who just write their first name. They don't include any initials. They don't include any of the surname. I look up to you as a warrior. You know why? You have sustained so many things in your life. In fact, you have grown up beyond your age in the most possible, fastest way. Like you must be an elder sibling in the family, but you are somebody who's actually playing the role of the parents. You have taken on bigger responsibilities on your in your side, in your life, beyond your age and understanding and experience. The reason I call you as a warrior is because you are there for everybody. But when you need people, are you all with me? When you need people, people don't stand for you. You know why? Because deep down in their head, they know, hey, he does not need help. He is somebody who's always helping people. He does not need any help. And that's the reason people don't even come to support you. You know what? Are you all with me? Because for them, you're already on a different level. But for you, yeah, when I need, nobody is there. Why is that? Nobody asked me whether I need any support or not. You know, that's the thing about it. So deep down, you are a warrior. But the thing about you is that you're so powerful, you're so capable that nobody is going to come and support you. But deep down, you are actually with me on that. Are you with me? So this is a sign of a warrior who is actually taking on bigger responsibilities. Now, the question is, Imran, do I need to add a surname? No, this is not the conversation about it. Are you all with me? This is not the conversation whether to have it or not. And by the way, how many of you are a warrior here and how many of you are able to relate to the information I just shared with you? Type in relate on the chat box. Thank you, Shefali. Thank you, Singh Saab, Ayushi, Shefali, Heyman. Some of you are not going to relate to the information I'm going to say. It's completely okay. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to making you agree to me. I'm just here to give you an insight. This is exactly the signature. And by the way, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a style of a signature where you just write your name. Are you with me? But you know what? It's not a good sign to have a signature, just your name, because eventually it will also start impacting your health because you're the person who's always giving. Are you with me? You're always giving, which is a good thing. But a person who is giving away all the things does not really consider his own self. Somewhere there's a problem. And that's why it can also lead to conflict in your relationship, because your spouse or your parents or your elder sibling in your home is going to say, yeah, why are you doing so much to people? They don't deserve it. Why are you still doing so much for it? How many of you are able to, how many of you hear these statements? Imran, people tell me that, why are you doing so much for people then? Yeah, why are you doing that? You know, they don't need, why are you still going and supporting them? Are you all with me? Thanks, Harsh, for connecting. Yes. Namita, don't worry. If you are just connected, be with me. You will still be able to comprehend. I'll not be able to repeat everything because it's been about an hour, half an hour we started. So be with us. It's completely fine. So that's the idea about it. But right now, I am just giving you one dimension of it. But let's now get on to doing it. Are you with me? Let's not get on to it. Thanks, Sachin. I understand. You don't really have to agree with me. And by the way, remove the stress from your head. Remove that, the challenge in your head that you don't have to agree with everything I'm going to say. It's completely okay. I get that. You know why? Because this is your first approach towards the science and you're looking at this on a different thing. So don't worry about that. But I don't want you to detach yourself from this session. Be with me, because in the coming part of this session, there may so many other signatures which I'm going to show you, which can open up things for you. Make sense now? Give me a big yes. Are you with me? Okay. Thank you. So let's begin. And I'm going to be using a PPT. I'm sure some of you are going to enjoy this process. So let's look into this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, every time you sign, you are putting across a message to the universe and to your own self. That's why one of the biggest takeaway for all of you from this program should be to go back and start practicing your signature on a regular basis, because Every time you sign, you're putting across a message to the universe and to your own subconscious mind. Are you all with me? To your own subconscious mind. So that's why it's important that you need to really look into this. Are you with me? Are you with me? Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be with me. So what I'm going to do is I want you to, I will turn this chat into host only so that only I can get to see, so that not everybody is going to get distracted. I want you to be with me and I want you to get everything. Are you all with me? So let's do that right now and let's progress right now. So now let's identify what is your roadblock to success. What is stopping you from not achieving what you want to achieve in your life? How many of you have come across a scenario in your life where you have the best of the product, you have the best of the services, but still people don't buy from you? Give me a big guess. Imran, I have the best of offer, best of services, people don't buy from me. You have the best of potential, best of ability, still you're not getting the promotion which you deserve. You're not even getting a job which you're applying for, because somewhere you are not really being able to attract that. And how many of you are experiencing this? Even when it comes to relationship, even when it comes to, you being an awesome person, but you are not the person people like to approach or connect with you. And this is about a signature I'm talking about. And this time, this signature is called as a scribbled signature. The definition of a scribbled signature is you cannot comprehend what is being written there. So the scribbled signature means you cannot understand whether it is an M or a D or a T or a H. Are you with me? So this belongs to a category of scribbled signature. Now, you must be sitting there and you're thinking, Imran, I do this to my signature because I wanted to make my signature complicated so that nobody is going to copy it. Imran, I wanted to have some style elements in my signature. That's why I did that little, design element to my signature. So can you see that without even understanding how we have been impacting our own signature? Can you see that? How irresponsible of us that we do not even really understand and then we do it. And let me tell you this. If you're worried that your signature is going to get copied by people, and that's the reason why you made your signature complicated, let me tell you something. Are you all with me? Are you all with me? No signature is forced proof. No signature is forced proof. There are top bureaucrats, top intellectuals, top officers, ministers whose signature has been copied. So who are we? Every time you make a complicated signature, it is more easy for people to copy. Are you all with me? And the more simple it is, the more difficult it is to copy. So if you have a scribbled signature, this is your interpretation. Interpretation number one. You shy away from taking responsibilities and standing by your own decisions. You have this subconscious reactions to the scenarios and its outcome. I don't know. This is not my decision. I actually wanted to do something, but ye aisa ho gaya. So can you see that? It's like this. Why do you have diabetes? No, because my parents are diabetic, so I got it from them. Are you all with me? Why are you overweight? No, genetic problem. So can you see that you're not even taking ownership about what is possible out of who you are as a person? You're not even taking some responsibility towards your business. Why business is working low? Yeah, सब जगह recession का भी problem चल रहा है, इसलिए business low है. Are you with me? Pandemic आ गया, इसलिए सब business खराब हो गया. So you're not taking responsibility. Are you all with me? Number two. Yeah, this usually happens based on the results of yourself. Number two, people don't connect with you because you are projecting inauthenticity in your signature. And that's why you're not getting the job which you want. That's why you're not getting into a relationship which you want. That's why you're not getting into a business which can give you amazing results, because people sense inauthenticity. How many of you here, like to agree with me that there are certain people who you like to do business, even if they are costly, but somewhere that, okay, yahan pe jaane se theek milta hai. You know why? That is authenticity. You have connected to them on that level. And how many of you had this feeling that, Imran, I met somebody and somewhere I did not connect with him, somewhere I did not really connect. That's why I did not make a purchase. That's why I did not do business with him. And you know what? I should tell you something. If you're sitting there and thinking, Imran, people don't understand signature and handwriting analysis, how will they decode all this? But let me tell you this, you will be really surprised. How many of you agree with me? We as human beings are born analysts. We analyze people naturally. We don't have to be trained handwriting analysts. How many times have you gone to a new place and you felt, Imran, there's something nice about this place. The energy is really nice. How many times have you gone to a place where you felt, no, something is not right about this place? I don't think something is right about it. How many times you met somebody and you said, there's something about this. That's why we had instant connection, and something about it, that's why we did not connect at all. How many of you agree with me on that? And all the wonderful ladies there, and including the gentlemen, you also know what type of a touch it is. Somebody touches you, you exactly know what type of touch is. You know what? You're natural analyst. If somebody is looking at you, you know what type of look is that. How many of you agree with me on that? So can you see that even if people are not a handwriting analyst and signature analyst, every time you're signing, it is giving away the message. So now question to you is, don't you want to fix this message? Don't you want the message and you as a personality should be the same? Sometimes you're communicating what you're not. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Sometimes you're communicating what you're not. And people like, how many of you have this? यार मैं जब आपसे मिला ना, आपके बारे में मैं कुछ और सोच रहा था, लेकिन आप तो बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं. आपको जानने के बाद मुझे लगा यार आप बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं. Can you see that? People are already interpreting you before even you made them. How many of you get this? इमरान, लोग पहली नजर में मुझे लगता है यार बहुत एरोगेंट है. मैंने आपको लगा यार बहुत ये हेडवेट है, इसको ये बात नहीं करेगा किसी से, लेकिन आप तो बहुत अच्छे इंसान निकले. Can you see that how you are communicating subconsciously to people around you? And you think people are wrong. No, somewhere you are not communicating right. So that's why you're not getting the expectations right. Are you all with me? So this is what the idea is. That's why when people come to me, people want quick fixes. Imran, आप मुझे बता दीजिए क्या change करना मैं कर लूंगा. नहीं. I don't want to have so much of power in my life where I will decide for you. No, I am looking for people to work with who are ready to work on them using my mentorship and support system. Are you all with me on that? Because you need to decide what works for you, not me. But I can show you the mirror. I can show you the complete information, how it really works. So let me ask you one important question. How many of you are already feeling you're in a right place this Sunday afternoon? You made a good decision of being here with me. Give me a big yes. Put both your hands up. Give me a big smile. That's the reason. Don't use the chat box. Talk to me. This is more human. Smile. Show me that happiness, excitement on your face. Communicate with me well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Ritu Ji. I really appreciate the intensity which you're operating, you're attaining. Some of you, I'm really, really impressed. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. I really appreciate. So चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let me go to the second category of signature. Now, your signature also represents relationships in your life. One look at your signature, I can actually identify what is not really working. So let me talk about the surname right now. Are you all with me? जब मैंने session start किया, I told about people who just write their name. Now I am going to talk about people who are doing something wrong with their surname. And in India, the surname represents father's name. It could be your spouse name. It could be the family name, or it could be the region which you belong to. If you come to south of India, in south of India, we also talk about the region which we belong to. Okay. Or we also have our forefathers' name attached to our names. So your surname, apart from the name which you get called out for, you also have your surname. So now let's discuss about the surname in your handwriting. And possibly there are three things which you do with your signature and your surname. Everybody on your screen right now, I'm writing and showing you. If this is your surname, what you're doing is, the first thing what you're doing is, you're overwriting it. The first thing what you're doing is, you are overwriting your surname in a style format. Second thing what you're doing is, your first name is big and the second name, the surname, is smaller compared to the size of the first name. Number 3, whenever you write your surname and when you underline it, you're overlapping your surname. So let me tell you all the 3 pointers onto the screen right now. You can take a note of it. So पहली चीज आप क्या कर रहे हैं? Are you cutting through the section of your name instead of underlining? So this was, I was talking about category number 3. Next point, is your first name bigger than your surname? And sometimes you also overwrite your surname. So what does it speak about you? It says communication is at stake in relationship. So if it is your spouse name, relationship with your spouse is what we're talking about. If it is your father's name, if it is your forefather's name, so that's where the communication is. And what do I mean by communication? It's not about you having any problems or issue. It's just that what you want to say, they will not understand. And you always have this pre-understanding, Imran, they don't understand. You know, their mindset is different compared to I am. You know, they belong to a different era. And you know what? This is okay. But what is not okay is the next point. Undelivered, unresolved communication with the person that surname represents. Are you with me? And the more bigger important information is, ladies and gentlemen, resentment at what the family is associated with, which could be about the father, it could be about the mother, or it could be about the husband. Now, the question to all of you is, what is resentment? You know what is resentment? Resentment is you holding somebody responsible for all the wrongs happening in your life. You wanted to be a doctor, but you became an engineer. Now, anything which goes wrong as an engineer, you're not getting promotion, you're not happy with your job, you always hold that uncle of yours or your father or your family members that, yaar, unki wajah se main engineering mein aa gaya, main acha bhala doctor ban jata, India se bahar chala jata, meri achhi kamai hoti, look at all my friends, they did the good choice and I did not do it. Are you able to connect what I'm saying? Like you didn't want to you got married to somebody because your family members told you to, and now anything goes wrong, even the smallest disturbance, you always hold somebody else responsible for all the wrongs happening in your life. And you know what the problem is? People don't even know that they are responsible for your unhappiness. उनको पता ही नहीं है कि आपके दिल में ये सब चल रहा है. So that's why we always say resentment is like you drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die. Resentment is like you drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die. किसका नुकसान होगा? Come on, everybody, answer me. किसका नुकसान होगा? खुद का नुकसान होगा. How many of you are able to relate to what I just said? I know it's too much of an information to comprehend, but I can't help myself. Are you with me? The idea about me is when I do any sessions, I want you to go back home 500 times more value than what you're expecting from this program. I know some of you are not ready for this level of intensity, this level of in-depth understanding, but I want you to have a right approach because I don't want you to have a misinformation about handwriting. I want you to know the power of your writing. I want you to know what your signature can actually do and what are the type of information. Whether you're able to see this in your handwriting or not, that's not the idea. The idea is, are you able to relate to all the emotions I'm sharing with you? Come on, everybody, give me a big yes. Come on, everybody. You can also type in on the chat box, those of you not keeping the video on. How many of you are able to relate to all the information I'm just sharing with you right now? I know the chat is directed towards me. I'm reading everything. So thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Raju, Harsh. Thank you, Ms. Khatun. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So what you need to really do is fix your relationship with your surname. And whenever you write, and that's the thing I always tell people, if you have anything attached to your signature or your name, you need to do justice with that. You need to be really, really doing it. Are you with me? I know some of you are able to relate to this information. You're not able to see this in your signature. Some of you are able to see this in your signature, but not able to relate to this. Just be with me. what you're getting present to is the 1% of what you know about yourself. So let me help you to understand this. How many of you know our mind has two parts to it? One is the conscious and the subconscious. Give me a big guess if you understand about that. Yeah, everybody knows about that. Right now, what is happening with you is all the information I'm sharing with you is on a subconscious level. And you're trying to understand and evaluate on a conscious level. And you know what? I can give you this as a declaration. You will understand more about this session after the session gets over. You know why? Let me say that again. You will understand more about this session after the session gets over. You know why? When you go back home, you will think about the scenarios, how you behaved, how you were, how it actually, it's true what I just said, because you will start evaluating using on a subconscious level. Some of you will find answers tomorrow. Because right now what you're doing is you're trying to understand this on a conscious level. How many of you got what I am saying right now? Give me a big yes, everybody. Yeah, so just be with me. And by the way, I should tell you this. It's been 18 years I've been doing this work. And you'll be surprised to hear something about me. I have not done anything other than teaching handwriting analysis, curating programs on handwriting analysis, and supporting people becoming a professional handwriting analyst from the past 18 years of my life. No business, no job, nothing. So I am not here to tell you I used to do a job, now I am doing this. No, ever since I completed my education, when I got present to this science, this is what I have been practicing. So I have seen this science growing along with me. In fact, I have grown along with this science. So when I say something, I want you to really, relate to this, because I'm coming from with my experience and not just about my understanding. It's a science. If I can do it, anybody else can do it. What you are getting is you're getting the creamiest of information. You don't have to do so much of diligence, which I have done, and you are getting the creamiest possible information. How many of you are happy about that? Yeah. So that's why, thank you from my bottom of my heart for choosing to spend some time with me here with me. And how many of you also agree with me that you were destined to be here? You were planning something was supposed to happen, but eventually you landed here today. So that's the universe way of saying that, there is some sign for you. There is some indication for you. Maybe something will open up. Yeah, I met a lot of my students today. They're part of my organization on a larger level. My students are associated with me for, many years. Once you become part of our community, you don't like to disconnect with us. That's the idea about it. How many of you are looking for a long-term relationship with me? Keep learning, keep growing. Let's contribute back to the society using this power. You know why? I always tell people, learn this science, not just for yourself. Learn a skill which can not just help you in your life, it can help many more people in your life. How many of you want to be the torchbearer? You want to be the torchbearer for other people? That's why I always tell my students, the world needs you. लोगों को आपकी जरूरत है, because anybody who needs help, not everybody is going to come and ring the bell and ask for help. You need to make yourself available so that people can get what they can get through you. Make sense now? Yeah, because some of them came to my community just as students. Today, they are on power with me, shoulder to shoulder, doing this work of transformation. That's why don't sit there and don't wait for me to give you a program to learn this. I want you to sit there and consider an opportunity to create a career out of this. In India, the awareness is very less, but trust me when I say this, this has the potential to change and redesign your subconscious mind, because the power to change your life is inside of you, and handwriting and signature analysis can help you to decode that power. So that's why no tablets required. You don't have to go anywhere outside. Everything is inside of you. You are going to use the science of handwriting to decode that. Make sense, everybody? Smile, it's okay. Some of you are so intense. So intense. I know some of you are able to see what I'm saying, but smile kije. Even if you're not able to understand anything, please continue to smile. That is important for me. Yeah, even if you don't agree with me, I respect that. You know why? Because when this science got evolved, I'm talking about hundreds of years old, nobody accepted it. Like Galileo was hanged for telling the world is round. So I am okay. You don't agree with me. It's okay. Okay. I'm not here to convince you because that's not my job. But please enjoy कीजिए, मुस्कुराइए, tension नहीं लेना है. It's okay. It's completely okay not agreeing with me. I'm okay with that. Are you with me? Thank you so much. This audience is awesome. I really appreciate. So चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. So please work on your resentment, which is not really good. Now the question is, how many of you have this problem? No matter what I do, I'm not able to create my own identity in my world. People still know me. यार वो उनके फलाने घर का बेटा है, वो उनके फलाने घर की बहू है, and you're not able to create your own identity. And that's why you're undergoing identity crisis. So how do you do this? Let's look into your signature. I'm looking for a signature where your first name, everybody on your screen right now, I'm writing and showing it to you, where your first name, imagine if your name is Pooja Sharma, you are actually writing only P. Sharma. Are you with me? If your name is, Shamla Shukla, so you're just writing yes, Shukla. Can you see that? So let's imagine this as a scenario where your first name is just an initial and your family name gets the precedent, or your surname gets the more precedent. Are you with me? So your name is not existent there, just an initial, but the family name is defined, bigger, clear, and powerful. So what does it say? It says, everybody on your screen right now, it says, your personality is highly influenced by your family or your spouse or your father, the surname represents. So what do I mean by this? If I tell you, you should learn this science, you should consider a career as a science, you will say, let me talk to my father, I'll come back and I'll tell you. Or let me discuss this with my husband. No, which is nice. I'm not saying it's wrong. I hope you get my point. But you're constantly looking for validation. आपको जवाब मालूम है, आपका जवाब हाँ है, लेकिन you want validation. You're waiting for an approval. नहीं इमरान, ये पूछना पड़ता है, उनको भी inform करना पड़ता है. I get that. But your focus of asking is different than what you have to be actually. And I'm not asking everybody to become rebellious with your family members and fight for your thing. No, I get your point. But what I'm saying is, somewhere there's a huge influence. और इतना ज़्यादा influence हो जाता है कि the way you look at relationships, the way you look at money, the way you look at certain decisions, it's purely getting influenced by people around you. Yeah, you don't have to talk to that family. You don't know why, but you're not talking to that family. You get my point? हमारे यहाँ ये सब नहीं करते. हमारे घर में ये सब नहीं चलता. How many of you heard that statement? And you have no choice but to follow it. You have no choice but to follow it because it's influence. I'm not saying that everything is wrong. You have to become rebellious. I hope you're getting my point. It's all about just getting present to it. And more importantly, this is what I want you to get. Your plan B, are you with me? Your plan B is more concrete than your plan A. How many of you need an example? Your plan B is more concrete than your plan A. It's like this. Imran, I want to do competitive exam. I will take 1 year off. I will prepare for a UPSC. If I don't clear, I'll go back to the job. Are you with me? I want to start my own business. Okay. I will take some time. I'll start business. If it does not work, I will go back to my family business. So can you really connect that your plan B is more concrete? यानी आपके पास वो strategy ready है. ऐसी strategy नहीं है यार, ये नहीं होगा तो कुछ नहीं होगा. It's not about life in that situation. It's not about, all out. It's all about ये नहीं होगा तो ये रहेगा. Are you with me? Like some of you are attending this session, देख लेते हैं ये अच्छा नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, और जगह पे जाकर हम लोग सीख लेंगे. Can you see that? You already have that. Some of you have already enrolled into different programs and you still want validation. ये ठीक है या वो ठीक है, मेरा decision ठीक है या नहीं. So can you see that your plan B is more concrete than your plan A? So my question to you is very simple. Where will you get results? In your plan A or your plan B? Obviously plan B, right? Because that is more concrete than a plan A. And you will eventually tell me, yeah, Imran, I knew, मुझे मालूम था नहीं होगा तो मैं यहाँ पे आ जाऊंगा. That's why I was ready. मैंने अपने बॉस को बोल के भी आया था, मुझे इतना टाइम चाहिए, इसके बाद मैं करूंगा. I had taken some time from my parents also. How many of you are able to relate to all the things I'm sharing? I did not ask you this, but right now I want to ask you, come on, everybody, give me a big yes. Or you can also write relate on the chat box so I can get to see that. But thank you. You're all are being awesome. The way you're participating, the way you're interacting is really, really awesome. Thanks. Thanks everybody for all the messages. I wish I could read, but you know, it's going too fast on the chat box. Thank you. So chaliye. And by the way, let me ask you a question. How many of you are getting more information than what you thought you're going to get out of this program? Can I get some honest appreciation? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Rupesh. Thank you, Kadambari. Thank you, Vaishali. Thank you, Shamla ji, Vishnu Saab, Dr. Saab. Yeah, thank you. That's what the idea is. You know, you're going to get much more than what you're expecting from this program. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now, let's also understand one more variety of people. And we call these people as wall. How many of you are into sales? You know, Imran, I meet day out and day in. I do a lot of sales. I connect with people. I have to meet a lot of people. I do a lot of presentations. So this is for you. There are some people who will not agree with you for anything. Are you with me? They will always like to have the final say in the matter. This is Neil Shah ji hai. I think he is into business. Now, अगर वो 50% off भी दे रहे हैं ना, वो बोलेगा नहीं मुझे 55 चाहिए. You know, they will like to have the last say in the matter. And who are these people? These are the people who have a signature which has a dot in the end of it. Now, I'm sure everybody is going to ask me, Imran, what about the dot below the signature? No, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about you sign your signature and you put a dot in the end of it, just like the Princess Diana's signature. And you know what? These are the people. Do not argue with these people. They will always have the final say. People with full stop at the end of the signature need to have the final say. Assuming you're married and your partner has a full stop, just like you, or your business partner, no conversation ends without an argument. If you're negotiating with people and they have got full stop at the end, let them have the final say. You're not going to win, walk away. Are you with me? You're not going to win, walk away. How many of you have come across people like that? And now you are thinking, I have to go see the person's signature because he was like that. Yeah. Look at the smile on Sahil's face. Thank you, Sahil, Anita ji, and everybody smiling. Suhasini is making so many notes. How many books are going to get filled up? Yeah, I appreciate it. Go ahead, continue making notes. I really like that. Somehow, at least you're writing. That's the point, right? So the point is all about bringing you back to writing. Great. So this is about the full stop. If you ask me, Imran, rakhna chahiye? My answer is no. No full stop in the end of it. That's why people will not connect with you. You will come across as somebody who is very rigid, not being flexible, not being open for a new idea. It's like the boss telling you, you go with a new idea to your boss and the boss says, हमें मालूम है, हम लोग बहुत सालों से ये सब देखा हुआ है, इसके बारे में बाद में बात करते हैं, पहले जो काम है उसमें का ध्यान दीजिएगा. Are you with me? So that's the idea about it. So let's proceed further. Yeah. Now let me tell you what are the things which are going to be a very good support system if you have it in your signature. And one of the things I always suggest people to have is underline your signature. When you underline your signature, and you know, it should be one single line. It should be a line which is starting from the starting to the end. And by the way, How many of you want to learn 6 things which you should have in your signature? See, all this while I'm telling you what you should not have. So if you can stay back during the concluding part of my webinar, I'm going to tell you 6 things which you should have in your signature. Are you with me? And in a way, we'll also tell you about how do you need to improvise on that also. Yeah, and by the way, I'll also give you a small quiz in the end of this session, which will help you to decide, do you need to really work on your signature or not? Are you with me? Do your subconscious record? So be with me, because I'll help you to make a decision with your small questionnaire with me. So your signature should be underlined. And you know what? This underline is like a pedestal. This underline is like a pedestal. Some of you are happy. Imran, mere paas do underline hai. I don't want two. I just need one. I just need one. So what does it say? It's like a pedestal. It says, this is me. This is who I am. But more importantly, the underline for me is about leadership. Everybody make a note. This is about leadership. And you know what? Hold on. It is just not about leadership. It is about self-leadership. Say this word, everybody. It is about self-leadership. Because the moment I say leadership, आपके दिमाग में एक बात आती है, you know, you will be thinking managing people, inspiring people, making people take action. No. Self-leadership means, can you stand by your own decisions? Can you stand by your own decisions? No matter whether people will believe it or not, people have conviction in your thought process or in your decision or not, are you willing to stand by that? It's just not about leadership, but self-leadership. I'm going to back myself up. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to believe in myself, believe in my choices and my decisions. This is what is the importance of signature and the underlining in the signature. How many of you have an underline in your signature? Yeah, if you have an underline, it has to be one straight line. Remember, in handwriting analysis, anything which is curved has less energy. Anything which is straight and concrete has more energy. Okay, so curve nahi hona chahiye, bend nahi hona chahiye, ekdam straight line. Ekdam straight line. So now, how do you know? How many of you have this problem? Imran, I can't say no to people. I always say yes. And then later on, I'm upset with myself and I'm upset with people around me because I said yes. Yaar, maine kyun haan bola? You know, the boss said, you know, this weekend you have to come. And you said, yes, boss. After saying yes, you're repenting. After saying yes, you're thinking. And why you don't have this? This is called not having positive ego. Say this word, everybody. Positive ego bolte hum log. I know the moment I say the word ego, everybody has a negative reaction to it and say, aham achhi cheez nahi hoti hai, ego nahi hona chahiye. I am also with you on that. But what I'm saying is, at least positive ego to hona chahiye na. Now let me give you an example of a positive ego. How many of you want to be trainers? You want to be speakers? You want to be an author? You want to write your own book? You want to be on the stage? Come on, everybody, give me a big yes. अगर आप बनना नहीं चाहते तो भी yes बोलिए ना, because somebody is listening. तथास्तु हो जाएगा तो, right? Yeah. So people who want to become trainers, speakers, and authors, they need to have a positive ego. And by that, what I mean is, you should have a conviction, I have something which could benefit others. That's why I want to communicate this to others, being a speaker, being an author. Are you with me? अगर आपके पास वो ईगो ही नहीं रहेगा, तो आप ये कैसे करेंगे? Then you will tell yourself, यार इतने सारे लोग कर रहे हैं तो मुझे क्या करने की जरूरत है? यार इतने सारे लोग किताबें लिख रहे हैं तो मुझे क्यों लिखने की जरूरत है? Are you with me on that? So you need to have that positive ego. So let me tell you more about this. So I am talking about positive ego. Why do people write a book? It comes from their self-esteem. I have something to say to the world. I have something important to say. And a healthy ego is a very important thing to have. Are you all with me? Healthy ego is a very important thing to have. And this is something which I wanted to practice. And how do you do that? How do you do that. You know what we're talking about? We are talking about your signature. The size of your signature should be big. Everybody make a note of this. आपका signature बड़ा होना चाहिए. At least the first letter should be bigger than the rest of your signature. But मैं आपको एक सच्ची बात बताऊं? The problem is most of us have started making our signature small. And your internal conversation is, यार मेरा name है ना बहुत बड़ा है. You know, इतना बड़ा लिखने की वजह से मैं क्या करूं? I just made it very small. Can you see that? Why are you discounting yourself from the world? Why are you letting go of your space? Why are you not demanding your space? Can you see the power? Can you see how it is influencing on you on a subconscious level? How many of you have watched Kaun Banega Crorepati? How many? I'm talking about an era where Amitabh Bachchan used to sign the checks. How many of you have seen him? He writes his full name. And sometimes the signature is bigger than the check. He could also tell people, no, yaar, mera naam bahut bada hai, to main sirf AB likh deta hu. He did not do that. Are you with me? Did somebody come and tell you, yaar, you take too much of paper space, please reduce on your signature and your name? No, nobody did that. But you have an internal thing, yaar, itna bada hai. And I know the funny thing is, some people come and tell me, Imran, I have to sign so many times in a day. That's why I chose a small signature. Are you with me? Now, my interpretation is, don't you think you should be thankful that your signature is so powerful, so very important that you have to sign so many times? And if you are getting a chance to put across a message to the universe every time you sign, and you know what is the good news? You also get paid for it. You also get paid for it. And you know, why do you want to reduce a signature? Imran, I have to do 100, 200 times. Good news, no? You're getting paid to sign. Second, you're signing every time. You feel good about it rather than actually feeling, yaar, mera naam bahut bada hai. You know, my father gave me this name. Can you see the internal conversations you have where you make yourself irrelevant? Not important at all, in your own eyes. And some of you hesitate to sign your incomplete name. No, never ever do that. दुनिया में सबके लिए जगह है. आपको अपना वजूद, अपनी जगह बनानी है. And signature is one way of getting started with that. Are you with me? Signature is one way of starting with that. So now, इतना सारा हमने बात किया. So now, are you ready to analyze signatures with me? Are you ready to analyze signatures with me? So what I did was I had opened up my WhatsApp group, just for a few minutes. I know everybody wanted to, share with me, but I want you to start this. So I hope you're okay me decoding your signature live. Okay. And those of you who did not get a chance, don't worry. आपको फिर से मौका मिलेगा. आप बाद में भी कर सकते हैं. But अभी मुझे आपको सिखाना है. अभी मुझे आपको बताना है. How many of you are able to see this? The complete name is Vaishali Amit Karpe. And where is Vaishali here? Where is Vaishali there? Now you must be giving me, Imran, V है और ये है. इतना काफी है ना? And मैं बोल रहा हूं इतना काफी नहीं है. Do we have Vaishali with us? Vaishali, is that your signature? So everybody say hello to Vaishali there. Vaishali, can you speak to us?
Oh, hello. Hi, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon. How's the session going for you? Are you enjoying?
Yeah, a lot.
Great.
Thank you so much.
And I don't see your name in the signature and I don't like it that way.
Actually, my first initial is there. It's V and then it's my middle name A and then it's Karpe. So I've taken first initials of first two name and I have written the whole of my surname.
Yeah. So I remember I said about how you writing your surname has a lot of influence about
Yeah,
who you are. So what do you have to say on that?
I need to change that.
But are you able to relate to what I said? Change,
Of course, totally.
या तो
Totally.
चेंज बाद में करेंगे, पहले आप इसको समझेगा। और मैं
Yeah.
आपको और एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ, देखिए, दिस इज फॉर एवरीबॉडी। if your signature requires you explaining people what is there in the signature, that means something is wrong with the signature. Are you with me?
Yes,
Like,
totally.
आप मुझे अभी आपको मौका मिला, आप मुझे बता रहे हाँ, या उसमें वी है, उसमें ए भी है, मैंने उसको किया, लाइक इसको बता, लाइक इट्स लाइक दिस, if you look at McDonald's as a logo, does McDonald's have to tell you this is M, this is W, and this? No, it is readable, it is understood. Are you with me on that?
Yes.
So
Totally.
any signature which requires explanation, that means something is wrong. If you look at my signature, some of you sitting there and thinking, Imran, इतना simple signature, आप तो handwriting analyst हैं, आपको तो और easy लगता है। देखिए, keep it simple, no? Why you want to write something which you're not? The problem with most of us is that you want to show something which you're not. And how many of you are able to connect simplicity, clarity of communication, thought process? How many of you are able to relate? My signature and me are the same. Give me a biggest, everybody. Come on, everybody. Yeah, that's the idea. Why will I write something which I'm not? Why do I want to show up that, okay, I have so many of elements in my signature, That's why then when people come to me, I help them with the signature. They say, Imran, it's very simple. I said, this is minimalism ki taraf zamana ja raha hai, and you want extravagance. I know we live in a world of TikTok, Instagram, people are, showing things which you all get, really enticed about. But the reality is, can you be yourself and be happy about being yourself? And Vaishali, the only insight I want to tell you is, do you agree with me? You have so much of potential, but somewhere you have this own story which you tell yourself, koi baat nahi kare to bhi chalega. Let me have, I'll do it a little later. Things like that. Can you see that you're always postponing your goals and your action plan? Why? It's because somewhere you're not giving that space for your own self in your own life. My suggestion for all of you is, don't change your signature as of now. Keep this. Vaishali, aap apna signature aise hi rakhega. For the next couple of days, start writing just your name. Okay, every day in the morning, I'm going to give you a strategy. पहले आप अपना नाम लिखना start कीजिए. See your name on the paper. Say your name on the paper. And then you will see how you will start relating yourself. Where you will say that, यार मुझे आज ये खाना है, मैं ये अभी क्या चल रहा है, यार कुछ भी चलेगा, कहाँ पे भी आप लेके जाएंगे, हम लोग चले जाएंगे. You tell me where I'm going to follow. You want to go there? चलो हम लोग भी जाते. Can you see that? You're not even making an effort to say that, okay, I want this, I don't want this. Are you with me? So this is the idea about decoding signature. I can go on and on, but this is what it is. But you know what? A lot of leadership qualities are there, but underutilization of resources. You have an amazing tolerance level. Vaishali, you have, आपने इतना सहा है जिंदगी में कि किसी की बस की बात नहीं है वो सब करने के लिए, and you have seen it all, you have done it. So you're amazing tolerance level, but I'm not happy with this tolerance level. You need to let go. You have to say yes, bas hai, and then you have to take action. I hope you're able to relate to what I just said.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. So I can dwell more, but I know we are talking on a public platform, but this is what it is. Now, if I ask you, out of 100, give me a score. This is for everybody to just relate to. Give me a score.
100.
Thank you. यहाँ पे दिखा, यहाँ पे भी सोच के उन्होंने हाँ बोला.
No. I decided whether I am confirming myself. I confirm myself कि yes, whatever I'm saying, I'm doing it right now. That's it.
Amazing. So this is what I want. I want Vaishali to be herself and do what has to be done. And amazing. And I want to tell you all one more thing. Thank you, Vaishali. Can we hear a big applause for Vaishali there?
Thank you so much.
God bless you, dear. Thank you for choosing to spend your time, and thank you for the validation. Really matters a lot. Now, I want to tell you something. We belong to the land where Sanskrit has a huge influence on all of us. How many of you agree with me on that? And in Sanskrit, there's a very beautiful saying. It says, the way you pronounce your name also matters. Are you with me? The way you pronounce your name also matters. But problem is, most of you have not been hearing your name enough. Are you with me? So, अगर नाम के बोलने, that's why, when we say, हम लोग जब तस्बीह गिनते हैं, हम लोग जब जापन करते हैं, saying the God name is also important, right? And the saying it with the right intensity and energy is important. So, जब बोलने का importance है, तो लिखने का भी importance है. उसमें भी energy है. And how many of you have heard, in the entire conversation, I was taking my name more than anything else. Are you with me? I know I was giving you examples using my name. So why am I saying it? Is it about me beating my own drums? And no, if you're not going to say your name, if you're not going to make your presence felt in 150 people attending this session or 200 people attending this session, then how? So I need to do what has to be done. I need to up my energy level. So if you're not going to keep asking, calling my name, I will say that. So I'll bring in more energy and intensity to the conversation. How many of you learned something new right now? So write your name, say your name. And at home also allow people. That's why, when mother calls you, the father calls you, when your elders calls you, when your youngers calls you, have the correct name. Yeah, you put in so much of efforts to change your name numerologically, but you don't put in efforts to write that name numerically. And you don't say that also. Then where will you get that energy? How many of you have changed your names and you do not find any energy? How many of you have changed your signature? You did not find any energy. You know why? You did not do what is required to be done. You did not do what is required to be done. Okay. So Rupa Chatterjee, if you're here, just raise your hand so I know that you're here. And one thing, how many of you understood? Name is written clearly, but underlining is missing. So Mr. Chatterjee, if you're here, this is the decoding for you. You need to have an underlining in your signature. I want you to bring in self-leadership. Now, how many of you are able to connect with all the decoding I'm doing? Hey, Imran, now I understand. Hey, I also know what to say this. Can you see that? Now, this is the best way of learning. This is hands-on learning. Are you with me? So, chale, will it go to the next person? This is of Nishan. Now, Nishan, amazing signature, the way it looks. But if I get on to decoding it, how many of you understand that this is under a category of, what do you call this a category of? This is under a category of illegible signature, right? Scribbled signature. Because hame Nishant, agar Nishant, if you're here, you can raise your hand, we can bring you on screen. The idea here is, can you see that? If Nishant has to explain to me what he has written, that means something is wrong. So I'm sure Nishant has all the possible potential, but he is not getting enough results in his life because somewhere people are sensing, say this word everybody, inauthenticity. So that's where you put in all the efforts and you don't get any results out of it. Are you with me? And this is for everybody who has a dot in between the signature. How many of you have, Imran, I write initials and I put a dot in the initials. How many of you have this? Come on, everybody, give me a big S if you have it here. If you put a dot between in your initials, it's not a good sign. What does it say? Dot represents period. P-E-R-O-I-A-D. What is period? Period means time gap. During the period of Marathas, during the period of Cholas. So in case that there's a period, that is a time gap. And wherever you put the initial, you're actually creating, okay, in the terms of analysis, we say this word called as compartmentalizing your life. Say this word, everybody. Compartmentalizing. Like you have this, my job, one section, my personal life, one section, my private life, one section. So you don't mix it. Now you must be sitting there and thinking, Imran, it is nice, good to have compartmentalizing your life. But you know what? Anything which requires management will bring in stress. Say this word, everybody. Anything which requires management will, it requires stress. So that's why no stress required. So my suggestion is, आप एक dot निकाल के देखिएगा and you'll see the type of communication clarity you're going to bring in your life. So Subhartu Sinha, underline for now. but I can go deeper into this and tell you more about it, because what I see in Subrata Sinha's signature is, you know what? Inconsistent behavior and inconsistent energy level. What do I mean by this? Because Subrata Sinha will start with a lot of enthusiasm, all the projects which he wants to do. But by the time he reaches, he loses. Somewhere he, like Imran, pehle jaisa wo utsaah nahi raha. Subrata, you're here? Everybody say hello to Subrata there. Sorry, Subrata Sinha. Subrata Sinha ji.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with me? Inconsistent energy levels and behavior.
Right. Completely agree with you.
Yeah, because जिस एनर्जी से उत्साह से आप जो भी स्टार्ट करते हैं, जो भी आपका दिन हो या प्रोजेक्ट हो, बट वो आप मेंटेन नहीं कर पा रहे, और आपके बिहेवियर में भी ये रिफ्लेक्ट होता है कि जब पीपल थिंक आपको गुस्सा आएगा, आप गुस्सा नहीं करेंगे. जब गुस्सा होना चाहिए तब एक्चुअली कैन यू से दैट पीपल आल्सो हैव दिस प्रीप्लेक्स अबाउट यू. यार पता नहीं सिन्हा को कब गुस्सा आ जाएगा, कब वो अच्छे मूड में रहेंगे, कब वो बुरे मूड में रहेंगे. सो पीपल सेंस इनकंसिस्टेंसी, एंड यू नो व्हाट, द इजीएस्ट पर्सन टू आइडेंटिफाई inconsistency in your behavior is the children in your life. बच्चे बहुत जल्दी इस चीजों को पकड़ लेते हैं. उनको exactly मालूम है यार आज पापा का आज आज नहीं पूछते उनसे, आज नहीं उनसे बात करते, because something is different about him today. So सुब्रता जी, मेरी तरफ से एक ही सजेशन आपके लिए ये रहेगा कि आप अंडरलाइन कीजिएगा. ओके, दूसरी चीज, आपके सिग्नेचर में टी है, जो बहुत कम लोगों को मौका मिलता है. वो टी आप राइट साइड में लिख रहे हैं, आप उसको बैलेंस करेंगे. ओके, और आपका जो एच है ना, आप इसको और ऊपर लिखेंगे. तो मैं आपको लिख के दिखाता हूं. कैन आई डू दिस करेक्शंस फॉर यू प्लीज?
यस सर.
ओके, तो ये मैं बता रहा था कि जो आपके जो टी बार जो राइट में जा रहा है ना, आप इसको बैलेंस कीजिएगा प्लीज. और आपका जो एच है ना, वो आप ऐसे लिख रहे हैं, आपको अच्छे तरीके से एच लिखना है.
ओके,
और आप अंडरलाइन कीजिएगा. ये दो चीजें, one of the things I follow as a rule is one variable at a time. Say this word everybody. ज्यादा चेंजेस नहीं करना है, एक चीज करके देखते हैं पहले, और उसके बाद में और चीजें लेके आएंगे. तो सुब्रतो, just for the benefit of other members, if I ask you out of 100, give me a number, how much do you give it to me?
Sir, I would give you 200 out of 100.
Thank you, ji.
Sir, there is a dot I actually use in my signature, which you told. Just it is not a good sign.
जी.
So shall I remove it?
हाँ, वरना दिक्कत ये हो जाएगी कि आप किसी की नहीं सुनते. सब
Alright, sir. एकदम
सबको आपकी सुनना पड़ेगा. स्पेशली घर में भी ये सब दिक्कतें आती हैं. तो that's the idea about it. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Completely, you have said the right thing.
जी. So this is for everybody. देखिए, जो भी मैं कर रहा हूँ, the idea about showing you what I'm doing right now is whatever I am doing, you can also do it. It is not my gut feeling. It is not my intuition. This is not what I am feeling about, Subrata or anybody. This is a science. If I can do it, it's like mixing hydrogen and 2 elements of oxygen mix करने से क्या होता है? पानी. यहाँ पे अगर मैं कर पा रहा हूँ, तो आप भी कर पाएंगे. Now, how many of you want to have this power, Imran? Tell me, how can I have a power in my writing that मेरी handwriting मैं खुद सुधार लूं, और मैं जब भी दूसरों की signature को देखूं, I can understand them like this. How many of you are able to see that one conversation I'm having and people are able to relate to me? Are you all with me? So how many of you want to learn this? Give me a big guess. And it's easy. Say this word, everybody. It's easy. Now, some of you sitting there and thinking, Imran, आपके पास तो 18 साल का experience है, that's why you're able to do all these things. But trust me when I say this, you can do this in one weekend. You don't believe me? I have my students here with me. उन्होंने एक weekend में program किया, और उसी weekend में उन्होंने analysis भी की, और उसकी accuracy आप सुनेंगे ना. Maya, you want to share, Maya? Did you analyze handwriting? So everybody say hello to Maya. Maya completed my program about 2-3 weeks back. कितने weeks back?
Yeah, two weeks back.
Yeah. Did you analyze 2 handwritings after the end of the analysis workshop?
Yes.
And what is the accuracy you got?
First handwriting analysis, I got 90%, and second, I got 95%.
See,
and people
90
are so
and
shocked.
95.
People are so shocked. They say, "Ki, I'm really surprised. Ki, only by understanding the handwriting, you are able to know so much." I'm surprised. It's like seeing the mirror.
Thank you, Maya. And I really appreciate. And Maya has been practicing graphotherapy. So what you are learning right now is only one dimension. आपने अभी इसको बोला decoding कर रहे हैं हम लोग. The next dimension is graphotherapy. Maya, do you like to share about graphotherapy with us?
Graphotherapy is amazing. I'm really, like we all are, using alphabets and writing since our senior KG, junior KG. But I have never, got that insight. It is like a life opener. It's like, you get so much of information. How you can correct your own self. It's full of potential. Please join, and it's really wonderful course. Wonderful course.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. God bless you for that. See, that's the idea about it. Anybody can do it. And Maya did it, and she is able to practice graphotherapy. I'll tell you what is graphotherapy. How many of you want to practice graphotherapy right now? Imran, I want to experience what is graphotherapy. Graphotherapy is, grapho means lines. Therapy means systematic way of writing those lines. So in our language, it's like writing the letters in a way to influence your subconscious mind. Are you with me? So I have a lot of students here present. I also have Bharti ji. Bharti ji, would you like to share? So everybody say hello to Bharti ji.
Hello.
Bharti ji, which city are you from? And tell us about yourself, please.
Yes, I'm from Pune, and I just completed this graphotherapy session last 2 weeks, 14, 15, 16th. So it was an amazing experience, and you really feel early in the morning when I get up, I feel like taking a pen and just writing something and the letters. And now the graphotherapy book is over, but still, I feel that I should take a plain paper and start writing at least one page. And I do at least 2 analysis every day, and it is really amazing. And the experience is very wonderful, and every day, some magics are happening in my life. Yesterday, I'm telling you, yesterday I was traveling from Mumbai to Pune, and I didn't get any bus tickets or train tickets. So I was just thinking, now what should I do? So I was seeing the cab, and I got a person who was staying very close to my house, and she dropped me till my place. And that was a real magic which I got from this graphotherapy. And I'm doing Mitesh sir's also law of attraction. That also helped me. Both together has really amazing results.
Thank you, ji. Thank you for acknowledging. Can we
Yes.
have a big applause for Bharti ji and all the members? I know there's so many other students who are being present here. I love to hear from you. But right now, let's do graphotherapy. Graphotherapy is where you write certain letters in a certain way to influence your subconscious mind. It's like this. When I started this session, I told you that your handwriting, whatever you're writing, it's coming from your brain through the neuro pathways, through your hand onto the paper you're writing. Now, what is graphotherapy is, we are reversing this process. We are actually sending, are you with me? We are sending the signals back to the subconscious mind. Now, how does neuro pathway works? Simple answer. If you have a mosquito bite or any type of a disturbance in your body, your brain exactly knows where the impact is, where the discomfort is. So that is called neuro pathways, which your body decodes to identify, and you're using the same signals to influence your mind. And the strategy is very simple. How many of you agree with me? When you do exercise, your brain releases certain chemicals like endorphins, which makes you feel good. And that's why you are so connected with exercise. One day you don't do it, you want to go back and then do it. Are you all with me? So similarly, when you write graphotherapy, it stimulates certain part of your brain, certain chemicals are released, which in turn brings in behavioral change, in turns bring in the approach, the way you have to yourself. So right now, I want to teach you one letter, which you all have to practice right now. And you will be telling me what you felt when you did this. Are you ready for it? So take up a plain sheet of paper. Okay, we also have some questions coming up from our YouTube stream. Sheetalji has a question. Can we make a loop in the signature? Not a good idea. Keep it simple, clear, and authentic. Preeti says, I will write my full name upward direction with one line. Yes, Preeti, it is suggested, but I'll tell you the actual way of doing it later part of this session. So be with me. Hey, how many of you are having fun with me? Give me a big yes if you're having fun with me. Yeah, smile everybody. Come on, everybody, smile. Because only when you smile, you're telling your brain it's easy and it's possible to learn. Okay, thank you. So right now, everybody on your screen right now, I'm going to teach you two different letters. Right now, I want you to experience that. Ladies and gentlemen, we write letter T in many ways. This is called as a stem. And this is called as a crossbar. तो हम लोग इसको टी बार बुलाते हैं. I'm not worried about the style of your stem. You must be writing your T like this. You must be writing your T like this. You might be writing your T like this. Or if you're writing your T. So I'm not worried about your stem. I'm worried about the way you're crossing your crossbar. So can you please write one full page of a T, which I'm writing right now. Put the crossbar on the top and you have to balance this. You have to balance this. Write slowly. And what you need to pay attention is, everybody look at this. More importantly, pay attention to this finger movement. See this, everybody? You see this movement? So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead and do this, please. One A4 size, I want you to write. One A4 size, I want you to write. Please complete at least one A4 size. And pay attention to what is happening in your head. Pay attention to the thoughts which you're generating. Now, if you're done with the letter T, I want you to bring your notice towards the letter Y. And I want your letter Y to look like this. So first write a U, one line down, and then take it up. U, one line down, and then take it up. This you write only for 4 lines. And those of you who finished writing or continuing to write, pay attention to what is happening in your head, in your mind. That is more important. Just write 2-3 lines. That's good enough for you. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds more to complete it. 10, 5, 4, 3, 1. Please stop writing, everybody. Please stop writing. Now, on the chat box, give me one word, how you felt when you wrote this. How many of you felt you wanted to write more? Some of you felt, Imran, I didn't wanted to change, write at all. I was not really comfortable. Some of you loved it. Some of you wrote it well. Some of you did not even understand what is happening. But this is what I want you to get. Some of you are actually feeling more calm, more comfortable. Some of you felt a relaxing thing. Some of you said your focusing, ability is increasing. How many of you felt that, it also started, you could start feeling your breathing, because that's the level of calmness you're able to bring in. And you know what? This is the power of graphotherapy. What we did right now, there's a science behind this, and I want you to get that. Oh my God, look at the answers. Consistent in writing and comfortable, relaxing, feel more comfortable. How many of you felt little pain in the hand? Imran, I wrote this only for 1 page. And if you had pain in the hand, congratulations, it's working. We all have something called as muscle memory. Say this word, everybody. Muscle memory. What you're doing to your hand is, your hand has a particular muscle memory, and you're changing that pattern, and that's why it's discomfort. That means it's responding. And I want you to understand what actually happened when you wrote graphotherapy is, see, earlier, your writing style of T was here. And now what you did was, you got your T bar on the top. And can you see that here? The shift in this finger movement. You see this here? This shift in the finger movement. So earlier you used to sign it here, now you're signing. Can you see that there's a shift in the finger movement? And this is what is important. It is not the letter, it is the finger movement. So what we have done is we have associated this finger movement with a letter, and that's why the changes are reflecting. Are you with me? So letters don't have power to change your life. What has the power to change your life is what is inside of you. You're using the letters. What we have done? Earlier, people used to do japna, tasbih ginte the, rudraksha ginte the. So this is how it is. Rangoli draw karte the. So can you see, this is the finger movements, which we are bringing it back using the letters. I'm not bringing, it's a hundreds of year old science. People associated this with the Latin script, which is English, Russian, German, French, and that's how graphotherapy came into being. The technical definition about graphotherapy, let me share that with you. Graphotherapy is basically, this is graphotherapy. The research, UCLA 1991, goes on to explain that by changing movements of index finger only, a total separate part of the brain was stimulated and produced different chemicals. Did you know that the only a fraction of a centimeter difference in the movement of your hand could produce and stimulate a different part of your brain? It can, and it does. After this research was released, there has been scientific laboratory evidence to support years of study of the science of handwriting analysis. The link between your handwriting and the stimulation of the brain is now clear. It will now be evident to you why changing handwriting will bring in change in your personality. How many of you want to do this on a regular basis? Imran, I want to do this. Come on, everybody, show me some energy there and say, yes, Imran, I want to do that. Raise your virtual hand, raise your physical hand. But how many of you want a system to do this? Now, what I'm going to offer to you is an opportunity to learn this science. And hold on, I'm also going to give you 6 things which you should not have in your signature, which you should improve in your signature. But before that, how many of you are ready to take a quiz with me, whether you need to have this science in your life right now or not? How many of you want a quiz right now? In the quiz, even if your answer is yes to one of the things I'm saying, that means this program is for you. So what are the things which you need to ask yourself? And do you need to really understand whether you need this or not? So here is what you need to really look at. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a questionnaire, and I want you to let me know yes or a no based on our interaction. Number 1, are you projecting inauthenticity on a subconscious level? Have you become a bottleneck for your own growth? If you want to understand this, then this is the science for you. Number 2, is your plan B more concrete than your plan A? If the answer is yes, then you need to learn this science. Number 3, are you experiencing self-deceit in essential areas of your life? You know what is self-deceit? Technically, self-deceit is explained as apne aap se jhoot bolna, lying to your own self. Now the question is, Imran, how does somebody lie to himself? It's like this. Have you met people who are diabetic, who are not supposed to be eating sweets? They go to parties, they pick up that one gulab jamun and they eat that. And they say, once in a while eating, nothing will happen. It's like, I know, Imran, I don't drink, socially sometimes I drink. So who are you lying? You know, when I say lying, giving yourself false self-assurances. See, being positive is a different thing. I'm talking about lying. You know, नहीं वो property बिक जाएगी ना, पूरा problem है. वो कब से सुन रहे हैं हम लोग? You know, बहुत सालों से सुन रहे हैं. You know, वो हो जाएगा, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. So if your answer to any of these questions is an yes, I think you should consider learning this. Are you experiencing resentment? Are you drinking poison and expecting other people to die? Then you need to learn this science. Number 5, are your ideology and principles are changing all the time? See, the problem is, if you don't have principles in your life, if you don't have ideology in your life, you will end up working for people who have a stronger ideology and principles. That's why most of us very beautifully follow company policy, company's code of honor. Apna khud ka kuch code of honor nahi hai. How many of you agree with me on that? So that's the problem. That's why you will never have an entrepreneur mindset. You will always have the follower mindset. Number 6, are you experiencing fear of success? Imran, fear of failure suna tha. What is fear of success? Fear of success means, are you all with me? Fear of success means somewhere your subconscious mind is not okay to accept the changes the success is going to bring into your life. And somewhere you don't want the success. So let me give an example to all the wonderful ladies out there. There was an opportunity for you to take a promotion, growth in your workplace, but you were fearful you will not be able to give enough time to your family. Are you with me? Enough time for your family. So that's why you did not take up that promotion or the opportunity. All the men there, you did not take a promotion. You don't want to be visible as a potential candidate for promotion because you have to shift your city, change your company, change your team, or you have to do something which is outside of your comfort zone. So this is a deeper level of conversations we have with you when you undergo this training with us. So our program is designed about understanding all these questions. So I can go on and on. The question is, even if one of the questions is an S to you, I want you to really consider investing some time and energy on your own self, because if not now, with my experience, I'm going to tell you something very, very important. That is, even if I meet you 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, the same problems you're going to tell me what you have right now. You know why? Because you did not take some action. You did not really make that happen. So the idea is, if you are ready to learn this science, I have a very beautiful strategy for you. And the simple and very, very thing, the question to all of you is that, how many of you are ready to learn this? If you're ready, I want you to type in your complete name. Remember, saying the name, writing the name matters, on the chat box and tell me, Imran, count me in. So you just write your full name on the chat box so I know that it's you. Thank you. Hitesh is always first one to write. I see Sonali and everybody typing in. Thank you. Write your full name because it really matters, right? That's the idea about it. Type kijiye, likhiega. That's the idea about it. Oh my God. Thank you. So many names going up. I am not able to read that. But the idea here right now is, ladies and gentlemen, commit to take some time out of your life for your own life. And you know how much time I need from you? You will be surprised. I need 15 minutes of your time every day in the morning. That's all. I'm going to give you a material. I'm going to give you a process, and I'm going to give you accountability partner. And that's how we're going to be doing it. Are you ready for it? So if you're ready to learn this science, I'm going to show you what are things available for you. So one good advantage is, and the good news is, if you register with me today, I will be giving you a physical course material, which nobody does in the online phenomenon. How many of you like this concept? All the material which I'm going to send you will be physical in nature, not the e-copies, downloadables, or the PDFs. How many of you like that idea? Yeah. And let me show you the material which you're going to be receiving. How many of you want to see the material which you will be receiving? And this is how it is going to be. So we have this beautiful, toolkit, which is going to be sent to you. Everybody, are you able to see this? And this is the cool toolkit. And we are going to be opening up this box. And when you open this box, ladies and gentlemen, see this. And we have, the first thing you'll notice is we have a stationery kit sent to you. What is important in understanding about writing is that you need the right instrument. How many of you agree with me on that? And you will be surprised. I want to show you something about this. If you open up this kit, it has a very interesting thing. I'm not going to send you one pen. I'm going to be sending you 3 different pens. And if you're wondering, Imran, why do we need 3 different pens? Because there is a science behind choosing a right pen. Are you with me? There is a science behind choosing the right pen. So let me show you. See, there's one type of a pen. There is another type of a pen. Okay. And there's one more type of a pen. And how many of you want to understand which pen is better for you? And there is a program which is called as Pen Stories, where I teach students, individuals like you, understanding your fingers and understanding the right writing instrument. It's not about pointing out a gel pen or a ballpoint. It is a pen which is comfortable in your hand, the way you grip it, the way you hold it. So there's a topic about this. How many of you want to learn how to choose a right pen for yourself? So this is how it is going to be. So you will be watching a training program and you will choose which pen is for you. We will be sending across a pen scale for you, protractor, pencil, eraser, and also the sharpener. So anything which you need as part of your learning is sent by us. You don't have to step out of your home. Our concept is we want everything to be taken care of in terms of you learning this in the most systematic manner. How many of you like this idea? Give me a big yes, come on, everybody. So all this is the stationery which is part of your learning. And remember, I told you this is a welcome letter which will have all the things, how many books you have in this, the stationery, all these books. I'm going to show you everything. I told you about graphotherapy. Everybody, this is what you're going to do. The moment you receive this kit, you will start writing every day for next 21 days here. See this? This is day 1, and you'll be writing this graphotherapy. And how to write this, you have to just scan this code, and there'll be a short video which will be played for you where you can watch how to write this. Okay, so you will see my video. I will be with you for the next 21 days in form of short videos, no longer conversations, 2 minutes video where I'll just come show you what to do, what not to do. Then you will write down your experience of what you did. And you know what? Are you ready for this amazing news? You will be assigned a facilitator. Say this word, everybody. You will be assigned a facilitator who will check this book for you. Once in 10 days, you can meet your facilitator over Zoom, and the facilitator will do the checking. And every day when you're finished writing, you have to take picture and send it to the facilitator. So how many of you agree with me? Anything you do in your life, you need 2 things. One is system. The other one is supervision. So the system is the book. So you don't have to search for a paper. You don't have to think what to write today. So the system is book. What is supervision? You will have a human being who is working with you, who is highly trained to support you, looking at Rupesh handwriting, looking at Sudhakar sir's handwriting, looking at Shailaja's handwriting. Shailaja, you're doing well, just continue. Shailaja, you're taking more time to write. So take care of the speed of your writing, because every day when you write, you make a note of how much time you took to write. Take care of your stroke formation. So every single thing, there'll be a personal taken care of. How many of you like that idea? Give me a big yes. Come on, everybody. After you finish doing this, there is an opportunity for you to attend a live program with me where I will help you to understand all these books which I'm going to send you. If your signature has the letter, T, what type of T speaks what? If your signature has letter Y, what type of signature letters you should have? And you know what? More than your signature, our handwriting is the total of all the letters which you write. I will help you understand different Ys, different T's, different, A's, O's, everything. There are close to 40 different interpretations of signatures, letters in your thing. And you know what? You don't have to read this book. What if I tell you, I will teach you this program live? And those of you join, stay back. I will do a quick orientation. I will tell you every step-by-step process from the time you will receive the material, from the time you will complete the program with me. How many of you like that concept? And remember how some of my students shared with you that you will be analyzing handwritings just like the way I did it. That's how it is designed. Are you with me? So this is the second book. I love this book. One of the things I have learned from my teachers is that to be successful, you need to study successful people. It's like studying engineering to become an engineer, studying medicine to become a doctor. So I have famous people and their signatures and their handwriting, starting from Mahatma Gandhi ji, Shahid Bhagat Singh ji. So we will be looking into his handwriting. And you know what? Everybody look at this. I want to show you something. This is Mahatma Gandhi ji's handwriting. We did letter T right now. Look at this letter T. Strange. How Gandhiji's handwriting has the same T which we just practiced some time back. Look at his letter T, everybody. Are you with me? Look at Bhagat Singh ji's writing. Look at the T. And we have famous people and their handwriting and the validation. So this is one more book which you're going to get. What is the slant? How your handwriting is tilting towards? What is the size of your handwriting? What are your feelings, emotions? Every single signature of yours has multiple strokes. All these lines makes one. So all these things will be done. You'll get a book to make notes of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different books with different commitment, and all the wonderful stationery is going to be sent to you. How many of you want this? How many of you think this is an amazing approach towards learning a new thing? Because this comes with a system. So are you ready to register? So how do you do this? How do you learn? When is the live training program? All this I'm going to tell you after you finish signing up. stay back with me for the orientation. I will explain you all these things in detail. So how many of you are ready to register? Give me a big yes if you're ready to register. So the fees is something which is going to surprise you. And I'm going to give you all the things which you will be learning one by one. So ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to give you this opportunity to learn this. So I want you to pay attention. As I said, I will be teaching this session live over the Zoom. So first thing which you're going to receive is live session over the Zoom. It will happen over a weekend. The schedule will be shared with you at least 3 weeks in advance so that you can plan. So the live session fees itself is 10,999. Personal handwriting evaluation report. How many of you want your handwriting to be evaluated? Your signature should be evaluated and you want a detailed report. I will also show you a sample report if you stay back for the orientation. So I will show you what type of information will come out. And we're going to give you 5 important areas of your life which we have decoded looking at it. So you will get a personal evaluation report about the base of your personality. What is your thinking pattern? What are your fears and defenses? What are your strengths? And what are the areas which you need to improve? So if you stay back for the orientation, I'm going to show you the report. And to continue the list, you'll also get personal support for 21 days. You have a individual, one person, one-to-one. It's not one-to-many. So you will have one dedicated person who will be communicating with you over the WhatsApp and also be meeting you once in 10 days to get your handwriting evaluation done and plan your next 21 days. So this is how it is going to be happening. So you will get approximately 3 to 4 meetings with a facilitator. All your queries will be answered by a trained professional. You will get an access to our online videos. You know what? There are tons of treasure information available online. I'll also show you that and I'll open my platform. I'll show you all this when you sign up and stay back with me for the orientation. So the beautiful thing is the moment you sign up, you will get access to the online program by the time the physical material comes to you. Every every Thursday, we meet for live interaction. So any questions you have, you can meet me every Wednesday. No matter which part of the world I am, I'm doing these sessions where I will answer all your queries and you get to meet me, and that will be a group activity. And every Wednesday, we do it in the evening between 7 to 8:30, and that you get an access for life. So even if you come back after 2 years, 3 years, or 8 years, you can still attain this program as part of it. How to choose a right pen. I showed you what are the different pens we have and how do you do that. That is also part of it. And the signature part, which I showed you right now, I just gave you about 5 things today, but there are close to about 11 plus different things. Plus how I do a live decoding. You can watch a video about that. That's a 4 hours of a video on signatures. And hand exercises. Those of you who experience pain in the hand, there are exercises which I'm going to teach you to bring in the flexibility in your muscles. Everybody do this, to flexibility in your muscles so that you can write better. Physical course material. So that's the bonus, amazing. So if you total up all these things, it comes to 58,991. And you know what the good news is? No, I don't want you to pay me that much. You have been awesome students. You have been amazing at the learning which you did. So here is an offer. If you register right now in the next couple of minutes, to be precise, the next 12 minutes, you will be not paying me 58,000 rupees. You'll be only paying me 9,999 one time and lifetime of access and support. So the link is going to come up on your chat box right now. Those of you watching this on the YouTube or any other platform, the link to register will be shared with you. It is very, very simple. Go to imranbaig.com/first step and you can sign up with us. The link will be shared with you again. And can I make this a little more interesting? Let me make it more interesting. I have an opportunity for all of you. I'm going to make you an offer if you take action right now. How many of you are ready for it? Give me a big yes if you're ready for it. I don't even want you to pay me 9,999. I know you are ready. You're asking for the link. If you register in next 12 minutes, I don't want you to pay me this much also. You know why? One of my commitment and my mission is I want more and more people to get present to the potential the Almighty has made them. And I'm willing to do this for you. And I'm going to forego all the things which I just offered you right now. All I'm asking you right now is if you register right now, provided you take action right now before I say bye to you, and this will be available for you, not for $999. I want you to only pay me. Ready for it, everybody? You will be surprised. How can I make an offer like that? It is only 5,000 plus the GST of 900. So it's 5,900 rupees is a course fee, provided you take action in next 12 minutes. And I mean it when I say 12 minutes. And those of you attending live, please, you are watching this on different platforms. Go ahead, type in imranbaig.com/first step, FIRSTSTEP, and you can still register using the same link. So I am waiting for the next 12 minutes is what is going to happen. And in the process, I'll explain you the step-by-step process. So go ahead, everybody register. And I know you have, committed to do this. I know this is a no-brainer. How can we give away such a amazing program? Nobody does personal attention, monitoring, supervision. Nobody does live training programs. Every time somebody offers you a training program, it's all recorded programs, but I assure you live interaction with me. So go ahead, register. The moment you complete your registration, just type in your name on the chat box so I can welcome you. I'm super excited to have you. And I'm really, really excited. And trust me when I say this, the idea is you will get 500 times more value out of whatever you're expecting. And that's the commitment. So go ahead, register, and I look forward to have you part of the community. The program will be happening ongoingly. You don't have to wait for the batches. You don't have to wait for anything else. You register today, your journey will start from the moment you receive the material. So that's the idea. Okay. So you will register today, the material will come to you. And from there on, our facilitator will going to get in touch with you, and the facilitator will start supporting you. So those of you watching this on other platform, imranbaig.com/first step is the link for you to register. Congratulations. We already got 7 registrations. Congratulations. The timer is on. 2 minutes are already up. We got 10 more minutes before you will have to complete your registration. So go ahead, complete your registration. So let me tell you what will happen. The moment you complete your registration, there'll be a Google form where you will be confirming your shipment with us. You need to tell us the address, tell us with all the details. So please follow the format, and the material will be shipped to you. And those charges will also be taken care of in part of the program, and it will reach you. And by the time it reaches you, online access of material will be done for you. So let me show you how the online access of material happens. And I will show you step-by-step process. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all of you. I wish to take everybody's name and acknowledge, but don't worry, even if I don't take, because you will receive a confirmation mail from our side and you will be getting all this access. So I'm showing you our online learning platform, which will have all this learning for you. So let me show you the access. And those of you registered, stay back. I'm going to give you 6 things which you need to be working on your signature, plus the orientation for the program. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Super excited to have you all. So this is our online learning platform. This is the program which you have signed up for. And the moment you click on this, you will get everything. Why you should be doing this program is a question we start with. Then we go on to understanding your study material. I'm going to be explaining you every single book in detail. And then you will start collecting handwriting samples of your family and your friends, because you will be analyzing handwritings in the end of the day. And signature masterclass, how do you access tons of information on signature? So all this is already given to you, and you also get included courses. So can you see that? You get video access of all the live programs we do. Recording will be available here. Let me just show you that. So we finished the October batch. This is the recordings of the October live session. So you can keep watching this all over again. You will also get included courses here, hand exercises, scientific signature. And I talked about graphotherapy every day, 21 days. See, this is it. So it's a 2 minutes video, 3 minutes video where you watch every day. See, this is day 1. This is day 3. So let me show you how it works. See, this is the video. I'm going to be writing along with you and show you how to do it. And we're going to talk more about this in the live session. So you will be with me, learning the science. So that's how it is designed. So it's a very beautiful structure, which has been designed out of an outcome of 18 years of experience of, designing and curating programs. So this is your opportunity. So congratulations to all of you who have signed up, and welcome. Super excited to have you with us learning this science. And this is going to be an amazing journey. And those of you looking forward to become a professional handwriting analyst, Imran, I want to take this on a serious level. This is your first step towards it. And trust me when I say this, many more things will open up ongoingly when you do this program. So if you want a Google Pay number that is also available, you can sign up with us on that. So now let me tell you the step-by-step process of how it really works and what are the things which you need to be really taken care of. So let's do that right now. So those of you who join me, there's a small orientation for you. So this is what you need to be really working on. So step number 1, you will get access to the study material. Number 2, you will start writing your graphotherapy immediately after you receive your material. Step number 3, you will start meeting your facilitator once you start writing. So there'll be a first meeting where the facilitator will help you to get started. And then you'll have one-to-one meeting for 10-15 minutes. And you will need to plan your live classroom with me. And our live classroom will happen on the Friday. The dates will be shared with you. It will start in the evening, 7 o'clock to 9:30, but we're going to keep 15 minutes buffer in the beginning and 15 minutes buffer in the evening. So you don't have to block your entire day. Evening of Friday, you need to be attending. Then you have Saturday session with us, which is again on the same time. And Sunday is one day where you need to be prepared to stay with us for the full day. When I say full day, 10 o'clock to 6:30 is the thing. And why do we do the entire day program is because that is going to be the eye-opener. Because when you participate with intensity, this is how it is going to open up. And you know what? 6:30, the program gets over. 5 o'clock, something amazing is going to happen. You will be analyzing handwritings. Yes, I will ask you to pick up a phone, go meet somebody, analyze their handwriting as signature, and come back with the accuracy. And you'll be amazed with the accuracy people generate. Here's a student who is from Canada, and let's hear from Zafar what he has to say about the live analysis at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
I've just completed my first analysis as a handwriting analyst, and I'm very, very, very happy to say that after doing this for almost 2 full days, I've got 100% score with my first analysis. So a great start. I'm looking forward to many more success stories, and thank you, Imran, for presenting so many different and beautiful concepts in such an easy and nice way. Thank you.
So that was Zafar. We also have many more.
Hi, my name is Deepak TR. Just now I finished my handwriting analysis course with Imran. Just 15 minutes back, I just finished my first handwriting analysis in just 10-15 minutes. It was such a big surprise. I finished my analysis of my wife, and she gave me a 100 out of 100 mark. I was so surprised. I never expected so fast I could learn. Imran is such a great teacher about handwriting.
I can go on and on, show you multiple things. But right now, step number 5. So how many of you are ready to analyze handwritings? Yeah, I'm not going to train you in a way that you learn now, practice it, and one fine day you'll do it. No, you will do it with us right now. And you'll get online access, tons of information online. Every Wednesday, we do sessions on different topics, and you'll be surprised the level of conversations we're going to have. Let me show you what happens during the Thursday sessions. So Thursday sessions are our inner circle calls, and you'll get recordings of all the previous years. And can you see that? We talk about celebrity handwriting samples. We talk about, the color psychology. We talk about decoding the subconscious mind. So we take up handwriting analysis, but also human behavior as a topic, and also all the sciences which can help you to be a better analyst. All this you will receive an access to of our previous sessions, and also the live sessions which you can attain with us. So I can go on and on, explain you all the steps. So now, right now, step number 5. Step number 6 is you will get weekly sessions. And step number 7 is you'll get a personalized report about your own handwriting, and that's going to be 8 pages of a report. And you will get about signature and hand exercises. And if you complete my live classroom, you'll also get a certificate, e-certificate. This is a participation certificate which you're going to get because you did the live training program and you analyzed 2 handwritings and you got accuracy. And that's how it is going to be. Plus, you're going to be part of the WhatsApp group where we're going to be learning and exchanging information. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much. We already have about 25 members who have signed up with us. Congratulations. Welcome. You'll be hearing from my team soon, and we'll be shipping your material to the earliest, and you will receive the details, by the end of the day. So this is how the design of the program is. As I promised to you right now, before I say bye to you, here are the things which you need to have in your signature and perhaps which you can work on and getting it right. So the topic for right now to conclude the day is how to get your signature right. So ladies and gentlemen, let's do that right now. Let's get your signature right. The first thing what you need to have in your signature is your signature should have the capital letter dominated. For example, somebody asked me on the group that my letter M is where I'm starting with. So the letter M should be at least 4 times bigger. So in case of Amitabh Bachchan, look at A should be bigger than the rest of the letters. So remember, first letter should be capital and it should be 4 times bigger than the rest of the letters. Number 2, your signature should be uphill, 45 degree. This is Baba Ambedkar's signature. Look at it is 45 degree uphill. That's something which you need to develop in your signature, but don't make any changes in your official signature. Make changes in your official signature only when you practice it enough. So whatever things I'm sharing with you, do it every day when you write Graphotherapy, sign in a new way, see the changes. And when you're ready, then take our support. We'll help you to get this right for you. Number 3, your signature should be partly readable. So if you look at Ratan Tata's signature, at least Ratan should be readable or Tata should be readable. So your signature should be partly readable. Okay. Number 4, your signature should have an underline beneath. Okay. Your signature should have an underline and it should be 45 degree tilted. Number 5, your signature must be free from areas of improvement. Yes. As part of your live training program, in the material, we have something called as areas of improvement. So this is your material. And in the material, we have something called as areas of improvement. Your signature should not have any of the 6 areas of improvement. So let me show you this. So as I shared with you, you'll be learning things in a systematic manner. So these are your thinking pattern. This is about your relations. This is about the defense and fears you have. This is your strengths, and this is the area of improvement. So these are the 6 things your signature should not be having. So this is something which we're going to be teaching you and which is part of your study material here. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to share with you. Congratulations for all of you who committed to learn this science and become the torchbearer, not only for yourself, but for all others. And thank you for spending your valuable Sunday evening with me. It was my pleasure vibrating with all of you there. Those of you have any questions and queries, go ahead, type in on the chat box right now. I'll take some time to answer all your queries before I say bye to you. But right now, congratulations, and welcome for taking these wonderful steps. And those of you who have challenges in completing your registration, you want to reach out to our administrative team, please make a note of this number. And you can call up our administrative team and they will help you in getting your registration confirmed from us. And anything related to material, you can also discuss. So please make a note of this mobile number or the WhatsApp you have been receiving the intimations, the reminders and notifications. You can also use this same WhatsApp number to communicate back to us. And if you want to pay through Google Pay, there's another number, or Paytm, there's another number. So please take a note of that. And now let me formally conclude this session. Thank you for being there. Thank you for choosing to learn this science with us. It was our pleasure. Next time when you see our advertisement, do share your valuable feedback and insights so that many more people get to see what exactly we do and how you're going to go back home with 500 times more value out of your participation here with us. So thank you so much for all of you for being part of us, and really, really exciting to get you started, and you'll be hearing from our team if you have completed your registration. So thank you, everybody. If you have any questions, type in on your chat box. I'm here for a few more minutes. I'll be answering all your questions before I say bye to you. Thank you. Welcome, Hitesh, and everybody. I'd love to call out everybody's name. Congratulations, congratulations. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Yes. So the material will be physical in nature. We use a service called delivery, and you'll be receiving the material, when you share the OTP out of that. Number two is online access will be happening today itself. The moment you complete your registration, automatically you might have received an email on your inbox which says redeem your copy or access, and you'll be able to access our online material. Yeah, the Thursday sessions is for life. You can choose as long as you want. You can attend the session. It happens on the Zoom. The meeting ID will be shared with you after you've signed up with us on your registered email ID. Done. Congratulations, everybody. Yeah, this is purely focused on English as a language, the Latin script. You can analyze handwritings in French, German, but not on the regional languages, because there is not enough research work to validate the regional language analysis. So we'll be sharing with you the data which is on a regional language, that is on the Latin script, not on the regional language. Yes. So the next question is, how many days the graphotherapy? The graphotherapy, our system of practicing graphotherapy is for 21 days. Post that, the facilitator will support you to go to the next level of graphotherapy, or choose to become a professional handwriting analyst, where you can charge people, offer your consultation for people based on your experience and the time which you are willing to invest. And that all will open up once you complete. That's why the name of the program is the first step, where you take for your own self. And next, it will be how you can actually become the source of transformation for other members. Great. So I'm sure there are many more questions coming up. So you're most welcome to reach out to us on our social media handles, and we'll be happy to answer all your queries. And please do connect with us. And here are our social media handles. So go ahead, scan this, connect with us on the Facebook, on our Instagram, and also on the YouTube. And there are tons of information you can also watch. And my podcast of different influencers interviewing me, talking about it. I also have a interview in Hindi where you can actually watch and understand more about it. So let me formally conclude this session. Thank you once again for being a lovely audience. And no matter which platform you have been using to watch this program, thank you once again for being here. And I look forward to see you as part of my community. Let's together contribute back to the society and to the science. Take care, everybody. Take care, everybody. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Hitesh, you can do that. It's possible. Just store our number and reach out to my team, and they will support you. आप जब भी तैयार हैं जी. Thank you. I really appreciate आप जिस तरीके से मेरे साथ जुड़े हुए थे. I really appreciate. God bless you for that. Yes, the Google Pay number is already been shared. Thank you. Thank you so much.